Hello guys and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 12 Division 1 Round 1 here at the Jerez circuit for the Spanish Grand Prix. So unfortunately today we are missing Amir Tahifa, Howling Siege and Nelson. But the rest are here, so Nelson's quest to win a third title is already up in smoke before the season has even begun. VTR, the current reigning champion from seasons 9 and 11, on to try and become a double champion and a defending champion and a three-time champion. We got Hulicar on the Factory Ducati. He was extremely strong in the Catalunya test. However, he did not do one single race run, so his race pace is to be known. The rest of the grid seemed quite close together in terms of midfield. So we have to wait and see who finishes where come the end of the race. But the fight for first, second and third, well, first, I'd say first and second is basically guaranteed to VTR and Hulicar unless they crash. And then from then on, just take your pick. Reps could be there as well. Reps' race pace is usually very strong, but I think it's all going to come down to the opening lap, because it definitely was Division 2 was definitely decided by the opening lap. So wait and see. So VTR will be the first person to start a lap for Division 1 this season. So lap times around her after. It'd be probably 32s. What area of 32s I don't know. Esport levels up to 31s. So I'm expecting maybe mid 32s at best. I think that's the best we can hope for, like a 32.5 maybe. 30, if we're lucky, a 32.4. But we have to wait and see. So VTR. First sector looked okay. Bit of a slide here, bit of a slide there. But all in all, looks okay. Down the home straight, I keep calling it home straight, the back straight, heading down towards turn 6, the Danny Pedrosa or dry sack hairpin. Nicely using the inside curb. Trying to avoid the wheelie as he changes direction for turn 7. And now firing it through into the long hanging left-hander of turn 8. Third gear, or second or fourth, depending on your gearbox, into turn 9. Running a bit hot there, so he could definitely lap time can be gained on his following lap. But he's done turn 10 nicely. Now heading towards turn 11, little bit of wheelie again. And Hulicar is invalid his opening lap, so Hulicar not getting that banker lap, and VTR have a bit of a wheelie from turn 11 to 12, heading down into the final corner, the Jorge Lorenzo corner. Nice and safe. Up to the line. What is the reigning champion going to set? The benchmark is a 33 flat. Not what I was expecting. As Schmoyes is riding on his front wheel as he crosses the line. Craig goes second. Mogsy, where's it? I think where people are. Jack, hang on. I think who's next? Aaron Jacko. So Aaron, the reigning Division 2 champion on the Prima Racing Ducati, comes to the line now. And he goes 5th. He must have made some form of error. Mogsy now up to the line. He goes 5th, beating his Division 2 counterpart as Jack Berman. Now coming up to the line. And Jack goes into 3rd. Fadley now coming up to the line. He had a really strong wildcard performance last season. Sepang taking 2nd place. Fadley crossed the line and he goes into 3rd by 1/1000 of a second over Jack. And here comes Reps. He won 3 out of the last 4 races last season. His settle charge came a bit too late. And despite VTR's opening qualifying lap, Finley went down on the pit entry there. Despite his opening lap not seeming amazing to me, 33.0 actually seems to be a very positive lap time. So for now, it is VTR on pole by half a second. In front of Craig, Fadley, Jack, Reps, Schmoyes, Nick Jumping, Mogsy and Aaron. Hulicar, Finley and Rolge yet to set lap times. Rolge, who took victory in the sprint last season, as well as a second place in the main race. And Schmoyes has definitely got some lag issues. He crosses the line and sets the exact same time as Reps. Oh, and Roll just gone down, trying to enter the pit lane. Aaron has invalidated his lap time. Mogsy now heading towards the final corner, currently in P8. 34.5. I'll have to check what the Division 2 qualifying times were from last season, because it's just interesting to compare how they did, because the fastest time in Division 2 was a 34 flat from my memory. Fadley and looking to improve. He didn't find time in the opening sector, but 2 and 3 he's found time. Nicely round the final corner up to the line for the Grassini Racing Ducati. And Fadley moves within 2 tenths of VTR. So Fadley looking strong. And Nick jumping now on the RNF Aprilia down the back straight. The number 76 going from the Red Bull KTM to the Aprilia. So quite a difference in bikes. He is on the hard front. So he's opting for that stability compared to this side grip. He's also running a medium rear. So maybe he's bank collapsed just on race tyres, or he just wanted to do race runs and not quality runs. And he's on the inside curve, which he's done really nicely there. Gained quite a bit of lap time, I imagine. A bit on the edge though, because he looked like he was potentially gaining too much time. And he's continuing to improve. So Nick Jumping doing a good job at the moment. Currently set to head the 3rd row of the grid. He needs to find well over half a second to jump onto the next row, but let's see if he can do it. Into the final corner. The bike is really unstable in braking. All bikes are unstable in braking on this game around this track, so there's an area that people have to be a bit conservative about. Up to the line. And Nick jumping, that mistake into the final corner has cost him. VTR, red sector 1, grey sector 2, so he's lost time, but he's going to have gained time taking that line through turn 8. If it's real life, probably not, but you can take the curbs like that. I'd be interested to see if the curbs increase in size for the next game, because that's what's happened in real life. And VTR at the curb in sector 4, so I feel like this isn't going to be an improvement unless VTR does the last sector of his life. Oh, he's off the track and he's invalidated, so no improvement for VTR. Craig finding time on the Mooney VR46 Racing Ducati. About time he was on this bike, to be honest. He's been on the factory, the Pramac. I think he's been on every Ducati you can be on apart from the Mooney one. Which will be, this last time it'll be a Mooney Ducati, because it'll be the Pertamina Enduro Ducati. Very vibrant fluorescent yellow at the front and white at the back. And Craig continues to improve, and Fadley's improving in sector 1. We'll keep an eye for sector 2. Sector 2 is not the greatest of indicators, because it is at a breaking point. So usually I take sector 2 with a pinch of salt, and you have to wait till sector 3. Owen Craig having a bit of a wobble into the final corner, running really wide mid apex, but that should launch him out of the final corner to get a really good run to the line. And Craig stays in 3rd, but improves by quite a margin. All Mogsy's gone down at turn 7 of all corners. Must have hit the grass. And Rolge now, he's yet to set a lap time. One of 3 riders yet to set a lap time. Hulicar, the fastest man from Catalunya, being one of them, and the other one is Finley, who he had good. He did actually a way better lap time than his valid one, but he just kept validating and crashing. Rolls up to the line and he goes 9th. Aaron into the final corner. 1.6 seconds down. He was 4 tenths off on the test. Let's see where he can be after he crosses the line now. And he jumps up to 7th. Just over 7 tenths off the pole position lap time. As Jack Berman getting a tow from his teammate from last season, VTR. Let's see, where's Finley? Finley is on an out lap. Where's Hulicar? Might potentially be on a lap. Let's see as he approaches turn number 4, and he'll be coming. The exit turn 4 is the checkpoint for the first sector, and it is a personal best. So Hulicar is on his hopeful first lap around turn 5. Patience on the gas. firing the Denver Sedici GP 23 horsepower down the back straight down the hill, heading towards turn 6. Over the bumps, shifting down the box, running a bit wide and losing time, and Rolge now is improving in the second and third sector. Let's see if he can find the lap time, because the rest seems to be one of his strongest tracks. He's always done well here. A lot more committed compared to last time. Nice tight line. I don't think it's going to be the greatest for exit speed and a big wheelie from Rolge, but here he goes up to the line. What lap time is this going to produce? It is a 1:33.9 and puts him 8th place. Hurley car into the final corner as Aaron is pulled over, trying to not get in his way. Hopefully he doesn't get disqualified doing so. And Hurley car up to the line, and he goes into second place. VTR on course to go pole position. Moxie does not improve. Can VTR move into the 32s for the first time in this session? Nearly hitting the outside curb, up to the line. And he does 32.6. Jack Berman improves, but remains where he is. Finley now in the final sector, and his first official race back. He's in a wild card in India. Finished last in the test. Oh, and he's lost the front into the final corner. Still getting to grips with this game. But if he can just stay on during the race, you should be able to pick up points, because I don't actually know what his pace is, but I'm pretty sure that if he can just stay on, that'd be more than enough. Nick jumping around the final corner, heading towards the line. How much of an improvement can he make? He improves in lap time, but not position. And everybody else is setting grey sectors, apart from Muggsy in sector 2. Into turn 9 now. And big mistake from Muggsy, and that is his lap gone. Finley will go on board with him as he tries to improve. So just check the Division 2 times from last season. And it was a sprint qualifying, so still lap times aren't going to be as competitive as they should be. Aaron did a 34.7. Oh, and Finley's gone down at turn 8. But 34.7, so Muggsy has improved. Everyone's improved. So, can't do better than that. Craig moves onto the front row of the grid. Rolge finding time in the first 2 sectors. Still running the hard front tyre, obviously preferring that than the softer one. As I think that Smoy's still lagging, but it seems like his bike's just going all over the place. I don't think he's moving backwards and forwards, but that's definitely something to keep an eye on, and I will probably ask if the guys want him to be removed, because we will do that for the safety of everyone's races. Oh, and Rolge got lucky there with track limits. So Division 2 guys, 9th, 8th, 9th and 11th. So not what they were hoping for, probably. Rolge into the final corner. Can he jump the outgoing Division 2 champion to prove he's the real Division 2 champion? Up to the line goes the American. And Rolge sets, I think he set the same lap time. And that looks like that's Rolge's session over. So Rolge will be starting from 9th on the grid. Craig in the first sector. And he is on an outlap. And I think Craig's session is over. Jack Berman on an outlap. Finley's session might be over as well. It's going to be tight for him. For fuel and tyre wear. See VTR. Gray in the opening sector. Rolge just ran out of fuel. Where's Hurley car? Hurley car's just starting a lap. Rolge and Nick jumping have gone down. Hard on the brakes for VTR. We're all over the curb. 32.6. Aaron Jack has gone down, so that's most likely his session over. Old Craig's gone down as well, so he wasn't going to get a lap in anyway. Mogsy's improving, so we'll keep an eye on him. And Nick Jumping's gone down as well. Nick Jumping going down at turn 10. And VTR has found time in the third sector, but he's had to maybe sacrifice the exit of turn 10 just in case Nick Jumping came on the track, and he stuffed turn 11. He somehow got away with track limits though. Oh, he ain't going to get away with those track limits, and that is VTR session over. We'll move now to Mogsy. A little bit of a confidence drop from the moment, despite winning the final race of Division 2, from the moment joining Division 1, he has lost a bit of confidence in himself. But hopefully the opening round of the season can just install a bit of confidence in him, and then he'll naturally find lap time. But Aaron and Mogsy both improving in lap time from last season's qualifying session, even though it was a sprint quali, so you can't take too much from that because sprint qualies don't give an accurate representation of lap time. But Mogsy up to the line, and he jumps to 8th. He's actually the top Division 2 runner from last season and previous seasons as well. So Mogsy doing the job we know he can do. Bradley not looking, so it's just Aaron whose session's already over, and he's pulled over some. I don't know where Aaron is. Aaron might have disconnected. I don't quite know what's going on here. Aaron's disconnected. So VTR on pole, Hulikar second, Craig third, Bradley fourth, Jack Berman fifth, Schmoy sixth, Rip seventh, Mogsy eighth, Aaron ninth, Rolls 10th, Nick Jumping 11th, and Finley rounding out the field in 12th. So we'll give these guys a practice start, and then invite Aaron back.
Riders are lined up on the Jerez grid. There doesn't seem to be any problems, and they're all ready to go. A few seconds now, and the lights will go out. While we wait for the cameras to take us to Parc Fermé to meet today's stars, let's take a quick look at the final result.
Right, let's get going. So Rep's having a poor qualifying, but I'm pretty sure his race pace will improve. So we wait for everybody to ready up, load their setups, put the correct tyre combination in, which is hard, medium. Anyone runs anything else, poor decision. So everybody has readied up, so let's get going for Division 1, Season 12.
The riders are lined up on the Jerez grid.
VTR on pole, Hulicar in second, Craig in third. VTR has notoriously bad starts. He's got the Flash helmet. He definitely isn't the Flash. He's the Flash when he gets going, but in terms of when he releases the clutch, that's not the case. But can he change his fortunes? The lights are on and they're off. VTR, very poor reaction time, but he's still managed to get a decent start, actually. He's going to hold on into turn 1. He breaks left. Whoa, loads of people going everywhere. VTR wide through turn 1. Fadley's gone down, and Hulicar takes the lead of the race into turn 2. Everybody filing through just about. Oh, Fadley's gone down twice, and that's his return over. Oh, and Mogsy's gone down with I think that he touched with Jack Berman there. So it's Hulicar, VTR, and Schmoy's. VTR looking up the inside. Schmoy's going all the way up, right, inside out, all kind of stuff like that. Side by side between the factory Ducati and the factory Aprilia into turn 6, on the brakes. VTR is going to outbrake the Colombian, but Hulicar's got the better line. But VTR's held it off down the order. So Craig is probably have to ride a little bit in reserve due to Schmoy's lag. Nick jumping in 5th, Aaron 6th, Rep 7th, Rolge 8th, Jack Berman in 9th, Finley in 10th. Fadley and Mogsy, the two crashes. All with Nick jumping and Aaron making contact, and Aaron moves inside the top 5 for the first time. Runs under the curb though, and here comes Nick jumping potentially to turn 11, no. And the Division 2 champion holds on to the top 5 positions. As we enter now into the final corner for the first time. Craig, he can't pass Schmoy's because of his lag. He's like an extra barrier to pass, and knowing Craig's luck, it will end up in a crash. But Craig has actually managed to pass Schmoy's into turn 1, and he's done it safely. And Nick Jumpy's managed to repass Aaron Jacko into turn 1. Aaron looking up the inside into turn 2. Whoa, and Rose has been smashed off there by Jack Berman, I think. I'm not quite sure though, it looked like he did. Well, I can't quite confirm that, so I can't give a warning unless somebody else knows. So, VTR already got a 1 second lead over the field, and Nick Jumping's gone down. Big mistake by the RNF Aprilia ride, and that allows Aaron Jacko, it now allows Jack Berman to move into the top 6. Reps down in 7th after 3 victories in the last 4 races. Not where you expect the Portuguese rider to be, but it's a long way. His race pace is usually strong, but a really poor qualifying's let him down. It just seems that maybe he's been riding other bikes instead of the Honda, and Jack Berman looking all over the back of the Prima Power Racing Ducati. Jack the number 50 this year. Oh, he's just barged his way through an Aaron. He's at the grass. And somehow the pair of them have stayed on. And Aaron retakes the place, and Reps is now all over the back of the pair of them. And now there's a group forming. Oh, and Aaron makes a big mistake into the final corner, but he crucially stays on the bike. You see the background, you've got Finley, you've got Rolls, Nick jumping, Fadley and Mogsy. Into turn 1, Reps hits the inside of Jack Berman, and Aaron might take the power. No. Or Aaron sending it into turn 2. Side by side they go into turn 3, and Aaron. Oh! Contacts all over the place for Reps there with Jack Berman and Aaron's for giving him a reckless riding warning. So it's all the top 4, no warnings to be seen, but from then on it's quite a number of warnings. As I think Finley now is about to be attacked by Rolge. No, Rolge has got the worst of the exchange, and Finley holds on as they head down into turn 6 on the brakes. Rolge up these. Whoa, Fadley nearly hitting the back of Finley there, and Rolge is now through. No, he's not. Finley up the inside of Rolge. Oh, and there's a very strange collisions going on there, and somehow they've all stayed on. Whoa, and Nick jumping barges his way through on Fadley as well. Nick jumping the first rider to pick up a long lap penalty in the session. Finley look up the inside of Fadley. Fadley rolls, but he just can't quite do so as they now go into turn 10. Hulicar and Craig have now picked up their first warnings. VTL leading by 1.5 seconds. As these guys now head towards turn 13. Finley look up the inside of Rolge into the final corner. He goes through but runs wide. He cuts back, and Rolge retakes the place. But now Finley's going to be in the slipstream. Would have got the better exit, but I just don't think he's in an overtaking range on the brakes. Or is he? He's gone round. Oh, he's not. Oh, no. He outbraked himself that tiny bit, and he's completely wiped out Rolge. Not the return Finley would have wanted to full-time racing. Easy mistake to make. You just get sucked in with the slipstream, and that's probably just a bit of an experience from this game. Showing, and Nick Jumping's gone down again at turn 5. And that now promotes Mogsy into the point-paying positions. Reps is still on the back of Jack Berman, who was keeping his distance from Schmoy. So Schmoy's holding a decent pace here, but the top 3 set did the same top 3 on the front row in the same positions. And yeah, VTR and Hulicar setting a similar pace now. Don't know whether VTR made a mistake earlier to bring the gap back down to 1.2. VTR now bringing the gap back up to 1.7 seconds. Nick Jumpy's now got 2 long lap penalties for track limits, so I stated earlier in Division 2 it's very difficult to get long lap penalties around this place. Nick Jumpy's managed to get 10 warnings in the space of not even 4 laps. So that's quite impressive, I have to say. Let's see, does Finley take the long lap, or does he wait? He's probably going to wait to just eye it up this time round and maybe do it on lap 5 or 6. Meanwhile, Reps looking to pass. I can't get to the right place. Reps looking to pass Jack Berman, but Jack Berman holds the Honda rider off, and Reps has a big moment on the brake. There was just a slight bit of contact, and Aaron's gone down at turn 2. I unfortunately, whoa. Somehow Finley hasn't gone down the contact there, but I've predicted. Oh, and Hulicar's gone down as well, I think. Or yeah, he's gone. He's lagged. Let's just stay on him, just in case he just spawns back to where he is. But I feel like we are seeing the end of Hulicar's race, and that is it. So VTR now has got a 2.5 second lead over Craig in second. Craig, for once, well, I'll say for once, currently with some decent luck. Reps and Fadley now fighting for 5th place. Fadley fighting back through the pack. Lots of contact being made by a numerous amount of riders, I have to say. It's hard to sort of keep up. None of them wanting to give each other spaces. The overtaker, not wanting to leave space, and the person being overtaked is also not wanting to give the space to him. So big barges from all parties, not giving any inches to anyone. The roll just gone down at the exit of turn 12, and Finley now being attacked by Aaron. And his rep's going to attack Fadley into turn 1. Yes, he is. Through turn 1 goes the Portuguese rider, but Fadley bottom. There's lots of arguing going on between everyone. Finley, you know, on his debut, return. 7th place, he has got the long lap penalty to serve, so that will drop him down to 9th place. But if he can score, he's got 7 seconds. If he can just stay on and score points in his opening race, I think he'll take that. Now breaking into turn 6, Aaron looking up the inside, but not close enough to make any form of attack. And Mogsy, early crasher on lap 1, not quite sure. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. He collided with one of the Gresini Ducatis, and somebody else, I think, got sandwiched. In 9th place, I think his objective would be Aaron, as Jack Berman and Schmoyes have made contact, and Schmoyes has gone down. I suspect that might be lag related. And now Schmoyes rejoins the circuit in a dangerous manner. Especially given he's lagging a bit. He's been reckless riding for that rejoin. Oh, and Finley's gone down. Oh my god. Oh no. Finley's gone down and he's taken Aaron and Schmoyes with him as they now head into the final corner. And I think Aaron's managed to get the best of the exchange. Well, Moggs has got the best of that. He avoided everything. But Aaron now is in 7th. Finley was in 8th. He's been overtaken by Schmoyes. Is he? Yeah, contact between the two has meant Finley's ran wide. And now Finley has got Rolge. The fact that he's got his long lap penalty as well. So Finley is probably going to be dropped down to 10th. Because he does have to serve his long lap penalty, otherwise he will get added 7 seconds to his lap time. Meanwhile, VTR are out in front by 4 seconds plus. I said this race would come down to crashes. Your top 4 haven't crashed yet. Or maybe top 3 even, because yeah, Reps has gone down or somewhat gone. Oh my god! And Fadley's now gone down at turn 6, but luckily he's respawned quite quickly, so he's only lost 1 place to Mogsy. Hooley Car's rejoined the session before it's too late. As Rolls has gone down for a 3rd time in the session, he keeps crashing in weird places. He's crashing the exit of corners or the entry. He's crashing in very strange places. It's like he's touching the grass. He's picked up a very strange long lap there. Did not deserve to do that, so he probably won't do it unless he picks up another penalty. But I do feel sorry for Mogsy here, because he probably should be in 4th place right now. Because this crash wasn't his fault in the opening lap. He just got pinched by 2 bikes. But Mogsy inside the top 5, great for his confidence if he can stay there, because he was very down. He was, oh my no way, VTR has gone down at turn 2. The dreaded turn 2, so very bumpy. And now Craig is on the back of him, but VTR, he's done a plat. He's crashed, miles out on the lead, and just about held on to 1st place. But VTR is just going to be careful he doesn't make another mistake like he just did. Claim turn 2, claim a victim. It's claimed multiple, and that's been the race winner and current champion. So Craig, he hasn't won since Kota last season in a very dominant win. As they head down into turn 6, and Vitor runs wide, and Craig is just having a sniff here. He's not close enough to make a full-on attack, but if Vitor makes another big error, Craig could snatch the win from his grasp here. And just imagine if Hoolicar hadn't disconnected, he'd probably be leading by now. So Hoolicar would probably be fuming with the situation. Finley's managed to take his long lap penalty and remains in 9th position. And Vitor once again starting to eke out the gap. It's now 4 tenths. It was 3. Just edging out to half a second now. Aprilia versus 2023 Aprilia versus 2022 Ducati. But I think Vitor might be just a bit mindful into turn 2 next time. It's just the way the corner's profiled, it's so easy to go down, as Nick Jumping's now gone down at turn 9. So all the Aprilias have gone down in this session, one way or another. And unfortunately, the gaps are very spread out, apart from at the front and at the back. Vitor, I think, taking turn 2, actually taking it quite faster than it looked. And now Rolge and Nick jump. Oh, and the pair of them are trying to take the long laps at the same time. Oh, and Rolge just failed because he went so slow. This race for Rolls, you know, he was so strong here last season. It's just all gone pear-shaped. I mean, Rolls has the possibility to win races. There's no doubt about that. When he's on it, he can pull things out of the bag. Magello, he could have easily won last season, but yeah, unfortunately, luck's just not on his side at the moment. Jack Berman a very safe third. It'll be his second consecutive podium on his return. Reps in fourth, not what he wanted, but it's a better start than he had last season. And Mogsy in fifth. He is being chased by Fadley, but I think Mogsy would be happy just to be the top. You know, he's beaten Aaron. He's inside the top 5, scoring some good points despite the poor fortune of the opening lap. And he's just got to hold on now for another 4.5 laps. Craig is losing too much time to Vitor. It's about half a second a lap. So at that rate, Vitor, if he doesn't make another mistake, if he makes another mistake, it's not going to be enough, I don't think. And Craig's just about holding on, you know. He's not letting him go. Fadley's gone down at turn 12, and that secures Mogsy inside the top 5. Aaron now to 6th. Nick jumping and Rolls still fighting for the final finishing position. And Rolls has got to take his long lap again. And Hulikar's left the session for good. No longer being a spectator. Rolls now into the final corner to take his long lap penalty. And he's failed it. I don't believe he's failed it again. Just taking it way too slow. Craig is keeping VTR honest here. VTR cannot afford a mistake. I don't know whether VTR's just running a bit tight under the pressure from that crash, and Craig's just doing enough to surmount that pressure. And VTR picks up his first track limits warning. Is the pressure getting to VTR? I don't think it is, but it's definitely not as plain sailing as it was in the first half of this race. Just making some odd mistakes here and there. That's not allowing him to pull the gap as much as he could do. As we now enter the penultimate corner to start the third to last lap of this race. 9 8/10 separate these two out the front. This was the positions of the first two last season. VTR first, Craig in second. That's what it was at Phillip Island. Can Craig do anything about the Aprilia rider? VTR being on the Aprilia in every single season, I believe. Aprilia being the best bike, apparently. I can't comment because I only did the Aprilia around Silverstone on a wet track, so I didn't get to fully learn and enjoy the experience of the Aprilia. And Rolls has gone down again. It's just a completely miserable race for Rolls, and I don't blame him for leaving. It's been a complete disaster. VTR got it to 1 second, and I think he's just going up with a buffer now as Schmoyes is closing in on Aaron. Schmoyes running on his front wheel, so that will be putting Aaron under a little bit of distress, I'd imagine. Into turn 8. So Aaron returning to the Prima Pramac Racing team, the team Mogsy was with last season. We'll probably be talking about those two together a lot because I think those are the two that you can compare the most with from last season. Aaron did actually crash here and it cost him the race win, but I cannot remember where he crashed. Ironically, it might be turn 2, but it could easily be somewhere like turn 5. But I know Aaron will be annoyed with himself with the mistakes he's made in this race. If you're on the penultimate lap, Craig is still holding on by 9/10, so Craig's late race pace is not that bad. So it's a decent effort. And Aaron's run really wide through turn 1, and now Schmoyes is all over the back of him, and he's just got to be careful because Schmoyes' laggy bike is not erratic, but it's just in the position it's in can cause some problems. battle for 6th place between the Yorkshireman and the Austrian. Garen will be wanting a Yorkshire tea after this one, assuming that's his favourite brand of tea, which I'd assume it would be, given he's from Yorkshire. Whoa, and he had a big snap there on the entry of turn 6. Praying he can bring this home. But his last race in Division 2 was a complete nightmare. Apart from now, it was pretty much perfect. VTR now got the gap to 1.2 seconds. Craig has managed to get a 4th warning, so that has probably meant that he's going to have to take a lot of caution for this last lap. So VTR is most likely left off the hook unless he crashes. As VTR now starts the final lap of this race, he's led every single part of it, but mostly every part of it, but it's not been easy. Oh, Nick Jumping's now gone down. So, into turn number 4. It definitely seems like VTR's lost confidence in that first set, because that's where Craig keeps closing in the gap. And Reps has gone down. Where's he gone down? He's gone down at turn 2. But Moggsy's just not close enough to take advantage of the situation. Into turn 6, the dry sack or the Danny Pedrosa hairpin. VTR running quite wide, taking 0 risk running the curb. Through turn 7, and now into turn 8. Heading towards now the final sector, just 3 more corners to negotiate for the reigning champion through turn 11. No risk at all. Into turn 12. One final corner, the Jorge Lorenzo corner, turn 13. Really cautiously negotiating it out of the final corner, and VTR takes victory in the opening round of Season 12 in Division 1. Craig crosses the line to take second, and Jack Berman, on his full-time return, takes a second podium in succession. Reps running really wide at the final corner, lucky to not pick up a long lap penalty, will finish just about in 4th place. Moggsy, in his return to Division 1, finishes inside the top 5. Aaron is 6th. Schmoyes is 7th. Fradley, a disappointing 8th. Finley, on his return, takes points in 9th. And Nick Jumping may or may not finish in the points. May not finish the race, but will take the final points paying position in 10th place. So VTR victorious once more, ahead of Craig, who for some strange reason has now been given number 66. And Jack Berman rounding out the podium in 3rd. Reps in 4th. Moggsy in 5th. Moggsy running quite a strong pace there. Aaron in 6th. Schmoyes in 7th. Fadley in 8th. Finley in 9th. Nick Jumping in 10th with Rolge and Hulikar rounding out the field in 11th and 12th. So we'll move on to the Parc Fermé interviews, first with Jack Berman. So Jack, you rounded out last season in your one race return with a podium of 2nd place. This season on board the Gresini Ducati, you start the season off on the podium again, this time in 3rd place. How was the race for you?
Yeah, to be honest, I couldn't be more happier than this P3, because I had decent speed going into this weekend. I was feeling quite confident in the practice sessions we done, and I wasn't that far off. But being on a satellite bike, it's not always the easiest when you're up against people on faster bikes or factory bikes like VTR, for example, and Judicar. But yeah, we had qualified P5. Probably could have got in the front row, but I made a mistake on my final lap. And then at the start of the race, started off pretty well, and then there was a bit of contact between Craig ran wide on turn 2, and then he came back and hit me, and then I hit Moggsy. Moggsy crashed, and I hit his bike, and I went through the gravel, so I was put it down like P9, but then worked my way back up. Quite a few crashes ahead of me, but quite a few riders being aggressive. I was a bit aggressive as well, but you know, obviously I didn't mean to cause anything if I did, but yeah, found myself battling for P3 with Schmoitz, I think, but his lag was unreal. Yeah, so basically pretty boring race for me because there's about a 7-second gap between Craig and Reps, I think, behind me, but great way to start the season, and to be honest I couldn't be more happier, and we'll work from here, and obviously back-to-back podiums, couldn't really ask for more, to be honest.
Yeah, so congratulations on your P3, and hopefully you can take a first victory at some point.
Yep, thanks.
Now moving on to the second place rider, Craig, on your return as well, showed decent pace, could have had a little bit of a sniff at the lead there in the second half, but unfortunately VTR just had a bit of luck in terms of respawn time and you weren't able to attack. But how happy are you to return and start the season of how you did last season with second place?
I'm happy with the podium, obviously. I said to everyone before, my aim is just a podium. I know VTR's, that step faster. I'm struggling to actually ride this bike compared to when I was on the factory. I'm not enjoying it. Towards the end of the race as well, my rear tyre was heating up. I kept spinning coming onto the straight because I was getting on the power too early. It was pretty much I felt like it was a boring race, sort of. I wanted to have some battles. It was unfortunate for Julie what happened with him. Maybe we could have ended up battling, but I've not got much to say really. It's going to be hard to beat VTR, especially with him being on that Aprilia. He's very matched well with that bike.
Yeah, so congratulations. Next round is Estoril, so we haven't done that yet, so maybe a different track can open some things up.
Maybe.
And now finally to the race victor, VTR. Wasn't plain sailing. You didn't lead at the start, but you took the lead at the end at turn 6. Then you did make that one mistake in turn 2. How was the race for you, and do you feel you were a bit lucky that Hooli car disconnected?
Yeah, to be honest, I feel quite unfortunate. I feel sorry for Julie Carr, crashing out the first round. That puts him at a bit of a disadvantage now, so not good news for him, but he can always catch up, but it's definitely not going to be easy. I'm surprised to see Jack on the podium today. I'm quite happy for him, I'm impressed with how he rode today, so good solid result for him. Same goes for Craig. He kept me honest there towards the end. I was making a lot of mistakes. First 7 laps, so I was cruising. I was quite alright doing what I was doing. My pace wasn't the fastest. I know it could have been faster, but it got the job done today. And the second half of the race was a bit of a struggle, but just did what I needed to do, and yeah, just went to the line. But yeah, Craig could have definitely threatened me. I'm lucky that if I'd have crashed a lap earlier, then things could have been very difficult for me. So yeah, I'm happy with my race, and I'm not really looking forward to next week, but I guess that's a track I don't like. But we'll see how it goes, and I expect Reps to be higher up next week since it's his home track.
Yep. So well done on the victory. You're off to a good start, like last season. You got double the points from last season. So your lead's doubled, but yes, looks interesting. You got Craig, Jack, and Reps all having good starts, so interesting to see how that unfolds in the next 10 rounds, 9 rounds.
One more thing as well, I thought I'd mention is I'm quite impressed how Mogsy rode today as well. Good result from him, P5, opening round. He was really struggling at the start of the season, but he's picked up the bike and he's got on well with it, and yeah. P5 is a really solid start for him, also not a bad fastest lap, so hopefully he can continue this form.
Yeah. So that's been it for Division 1. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time for round 2 at Estoril, which will be a sprint. We're not racing next week due to the Qatar GP, in case there's any red flags or anything like that, even though it should finish on time, but yeah, that's been it for today, and we'll see you guys in a fortnight. Goodbye.